Welcome to South Florida Saltwater Fishing Report. I'm Heath, and it's time to get into the bite. All right, folks, welcome to the show. This is the place, the one-stop shop for everything local fishing. We're going to go over what's biting, who's catching it, where it's being caught. We're also going to cover the future marine forecast, the moon phase, and the tide charts. Everything you know to keep you in the bite. Before we get into this, though, if you want to learn more about fishing, grow as an angler, or just see some great, exciting offshore fishing adventures, you can start by hitting the subscribe button and joining the South Florida Saltwater Fishing family. All right, folks, like I said, welcome to the show. We got a few bits of information. We got horrible weather going on, but we had a great last week fishing. All right, so we're going to cover all this stuff. We got a lot to go over. Real quick, I want to start out by saying, let me show you right here. It has finally arrived for anyone who has asked in the past. We have South Florida Saltwater Fishing official apparel. Let me bring you to the website real quick. It is from our sponsor, WindRider. Great guys. And I'll bring it up right here real quick. I'm going to put the link to it in the description. You can go there and get you a South Florida Saltwater Fishing shirt. They got hooded shirts. These are the UPF 50 plus fishing shirts, quick, dry wicking. They got a gator and a hood on them. If you want to buy them, you can buy them with the hood, without the hood. You can get the logo on the front or on the back, whatever you want. So again, multiple colors, everything. Finally, the South Florida Saltwater Fishing shirts are here, folks. So if you want to, go on ahead and check it out. Just a little bit of news, a little bit of self-absorbency there. All right, there we go. Now, on for the real news, we got a closure from the FWC. And as we had already talked about before in the weeks past, it is Gag Grouper. Gag Grouper is closing June 15th on the Atlantic State waters. 12:01 a.m., June 15th. So you had a month and a half to go catch Gag Grouper. There you go. That is that. FWC closing gags. All right, guys. So you'll have to wait till next. It opens up May 1st, and you'll probably have another month and a half again until whomever it is that's in charge deems that the population is doing good enough to extend the season. All right. So we know, it is what it is. All righty. Let's get into our fishing report, shall we? But first, you know what? Let me talk a little bit about the weather, what's going on. It's going to rain for the next 4 days or so. We will cover this here momentarily after we go over our fishing report. There is a tropical disturbance wave type deal building off just to the southwest coast of Florida, and it's going to hang out for the next couple of days. It should start dissipating as the weekend approaches, and hopefully Sunday looks like our best chance, but I haven't really examined what's going to happen with the wind after the system passes, but we will get to that. All right, let's start out with some fish. So, and our freshwater side, we have invasive species. This is from Nick. This is a knife clownfish for any of you folks that are into freshwater fishing. Great catch. It's an invasive species. This is actually one of the freshwater fish that pull drag and fight against you. And, we really don't do freshwater here, but hey, if you make a submission, it counts, right? The next thing you're going to know, we're going to start seeing giant tarpon-sized arapaima swimming around in our freshwater estuaries, and then everybody's going to quit saltwater fishing and go after them. Okay, so there we go. Freshwater guy. And the next one I'm going to show you is an out-of-state. This is Captain Alex from down in Marathon. This is a monster halibut he got hooked on. So, wow. I mean, yeah, I realize that it's in Alaska, but hey, he made the submission. Remember, Alex is a captain down in Marathon. Sorry. Went blank there for a minute. So if you're ever down in the lower keys, down in the Marathon area, and you need a captain or a reference or something like that, I can put you in touch with him. All right. Good job there, Alex. Hopefully he'll be have a safe trip back from Alaska. having a great trip out there. All right, so let's get into our report. So that is that for that. All right, we're going to do a little bit of inshore here, right? Inshore fishing. Let's show you some stuff that we got here. We got, oh man, we had a great week of fishing. I don't want to ruin it scrolling through it, but hey, let's see. We got tarpon. This is from Richard. The Silver Kings are swimming around and biting, folks. So there we go. Nice tarpon. Good job, Richard, right there. And we are going to head on and keep going on with our inshore. We got the Jack Crevalle also. So, you know, we're in the midst of this pilchard run here. And so look at this here. He did a little thing where you can move your around. 130 gram jig, 20 pound braid, hit in 100 feet. 150 feet. Pedro says that he was catching Jack Crevalle's monster size ones, obviously out deep. Says he hadn't really ran into that, but hey, I mean, it happens. Jack Crevalle like that are not the most tasty fish in the world. So, you know, hey, all right, let's keep moving on. And typically I think of those as a inshore fish, but I guess he caught them a little out there. But they're running around inshore, and they're munching on the pilchards right now. Remember, we got that pilchard run happening. So, you know, go out there and get you some live bait if you can, folks. All righty. What else do we got on our inshore? We got snook by Mr. Gary. Give me a second here. We'll pull up our comments. Always good to see that the snook are still biting. He actually caught like a nice log of a snook. I'm going to show you right here. Where did it go? I know it's in here somewhere. Bear with me. There's that giant wahoo. Where did my snook go? Anyway, he caught a snook. Maybe he put it down here. There it is, Gary. There we go. Sorry, folks. Took a second. There we go. Nice snook from Gary. He's got quite a few of them here. Let me zoom in on there. Look at that. That's definitely way over slot. So, hey, hello from Brazil. How we doing? All right. So your inshore bite, right? We got we got tarpon, we got Jack Crevalle, we got snook. All those big inshore game fish are hitting it, right? And still at the same time, you know, you've got other fish that are always inshore. Typically, you know, we've got the mangrove snapper bite going on. We've got cobia coming in close and all that stuff on the shallow reefs. All right, so let us talk a little bit more about our reef, considering that, right? So on the reefs, we've got grouper going on. Let me pull this up real quick right here. This is a mixed bag from Brian. And yeah, he had a great day. He's got a nice gag grouper and a couple other fish going on. Reef donkey, everything. So here we are. Check this out. Look at that. That's a solid gag, solid dolphin. What else has he got? I know. Oh, look at that sailfish on the reef too. Perfect day. I mean, he had and the reef donkey to cap it off. Man, I mean, Brian had a great day. I'm sorry. Yeah. There we go. Hey, Brian, glad we snagged a solid one. Yes, you definitely did. And in the right time too, because not gonna be you know, not gonna be hanging out real long. Let me show you that one real quick, man, because that is a big gag grouper. All right, let's keep on keeping on. That was Brian. Our reef fishing continues, right? We've got that Jack Crevalle. We will get to that solid picture right there. So reef fishing, right? Pedro had a solid day of king fishing. He always gives a quality. This is where he caught and what it is. Out of Juno Ledge with the kids. One of them got sick, so hey, he went in, but still had enough time to get a couple of those jacks on the slow pitch, a couple of bonita for bait, and the three kings right here. It looks like he's also got a porgy and a yellowtail in the back. Hit everything. Kings were hitting flat lines, buck to $1.50. So there you go. Whether or not it's the live bait or not, or, you know, floating out sardines. Hey, still, Pedro is always, you know, got to finding a way to get into the bite. So there we go. So a solid pool of kingfish. I love some kingfish. I'm all healed up too, by the way, with my surgery. I'm ready to get out there. Hopefully I will see you guys out on the water. All right, here we go. From Neil. This is a fun family day from Neil. Bonitas, little Cuda, blue runner, everything. Fun day with the family. Can't complain right there. And yes, I will get to the mahi. Ooh, south of Fowey Light. That's way down there. All right. Anyway, great day on the reef right here. Look at that, man. Some fun stuff. Kingfish too, he says he caught. Beautiful. Great day on the water with the family. Let's keep on keeping on with our reef catchings. Here we go. This is all. This is Mike out of St. Lucie. Had a couple of solid blackfin. Of course, these are deep ledge reef creatures. So look at that, man. Nice one right there. Look at the colors on that bad boy. All right, let's keep on keeping on. Mike caught another one too. You got both of these on the same day. Wednesday, he caught this one on a thread fin. Very good. Look at that. A couple of solid ones. So those are the big fat females that he's getting lacing into. They are up there, and he's out of St. Lucie. So one of them hit a live sardine. One of them hit a thread fin. So bear that in mind. If you're going for the tuna, live bait them up. All right, let's keep up. Here's Chris. Chris has a nice solid couple of kingfish and a blackfin. All right, look at this. Let's zoom in and see if we can get a better view of that. Couple of kings and blackfin. Hey, perfect. So our deep reef ledge is hitting it, folks. If you're going after the pelagics, there they are, man. Great, great, great lookings right there. Keep on keeping on. We got Fishfinity. They are catching what everybody is really hating right now. The sharks. That looks like a little shark nose right there. But hey, I've heard the sharks are brutal out there right now, and they're only going to get worse as the summer wanes on. So if you're in a mutton fishing, anything, pay that tax, baby. All right, that's a deep drop picture. Oh, here we go. Osmani, solid day on the reef right here. Look at these muttons, 29s and 30s. Perfect, man. You can't ask for much more than that when you're targeting muttons and they show up in force. There we go. Perfect picture out there with his pops. Looks like a great day. All right, keep on. So as you can see, our reef is still hitting it. You know, the conditions might be a little rough. I heard out there this weekend the current was really pulling. So, you know, just bear that in mind. Here we go. This is Gary. Gary with a solid cobia right there. Like I said, a little shallow. You can see that green water there. So that's the shallow reef right there. But hey, still a nice pull, man. Cannot complain. Solid catch for Gary. I saw another amberjack smoking around here. Hold on. Let me get right back to it. There it is. This is Todd. Look at this. Big old amberjack. Oh boy. And that must have been one heck of a fight right there. Solid amberjack going on. And like I said, folks, we've had a great weekend. It was perfect conditions. People had time to get out there and punish these bad boys. Get some meat on the deck. All right. Let's keep on keeping on. See what we got here. Oh, we got here. This is another one from Todd. He obviously had a great trip. Look at this black grouper. That's a good one right there. That's some good eatings right there. So, hey, Todd had a great trip between the Reef Donkey and that bad boy. Hey, good to go. All right, let's keep on. Again, this is reef fishing, folks. You know, man, we've got all this going on. The mutton snapper, the deep reef for the pelagics. The groupers are showing up in full force, which is awesome. Can't complain about that. In shallow, you know, hey. All right. Also, let's see. Here, this is from Leonardo. Some false albacore, kingfish. And he said he caught all this goodness in a solo trip in about 2 hours, right? Yeah, 2 hours solo. Man, that's nonstop action right there. All right, Leonardo, great job. Thanks for the submission. He took a solo picture of one of his kings. Let me see if I can find that real quick right here again. And we'll keep, there we go. Look at that. That's a solid king right there. Look at that. Good size. Man, put that bad boy on the grill. Alrighty, so we'll keep on. Let's see if we got anything else, and then we're going to get to the monsters here. All right, So that all these the reef fish up and down the coast are hitting it big time. Let me show you. Lafayette sent us in something. Here we go. This is, look at the pot of yellowtail behind his boat. So if you're out reef fishing, the yellowtail are in full force. Of course, you're going to have to get by the file fish. They're going to chew away some of your bait, but you know, you fish through them and you get to what's in the background there, and that's awesome right there. I got to thank him for that little live view of what our reef is doing. So, you know, don't be shy. Okay, now last deep reef picture here out of Stuart, Florida. These guys caught an 87-pound wahoo. This is Doug. He says he's hooked into a couple of them. Nobody believed him. And that is a whopper. That's definitely where the saying, who's your daddy, comes from right there. Look at that fish, man. That's a fish of a lifetime right here. And he even did everyone the pleasure of showing it on the scales. Just, you know, a little bit of proof in the pudding right here. Here we go. Let's see. Look at this. Going up to the scales. Oops. What did I do? Let me bring it back here. Look at this. Can you see it? 87 pounds. Solid wahoo. That's a wahoo and a half right there, folks. All right, man. Congratulations to Doug on the fish of a lifetime. I'm glad he was finally able to get it on board after he said he's hooked up quite a few of them and had struggle. All right, the struggle is real. Okay, folks, now let's talk a little bit about the deep dropping. Because again, the grouper, the tile fish, we've got a whopper of a swordfish to show you. Check this out right here. This is Philly Phil. Nice mystic grouper right there. Man, I mean, you know, so the deep dropping is happening, folks. We've got vermilion snapper. We've got the grouper going off. Man, this is a solid fish right here. No, not much information on it, but hey, a great submission. And congratulations on that. Nice, you know, mystics are good. They're down deep. So what else do we got deep dropping that we can show off? The mystic. And that's about that. I want to show you this. Here we have a swordfish submission from Gary. I was actually going to try and make this the thumbnail, but I couldn't make it fit. Right? Like, the fish is so big and I didn't want to cut Gary out. So this is an interesting story behind this fish. 300-pound swordfish on a 22-foot boat. Man, I mean, that insane catch. Congratulations. Another catch of a lifetime. I mean, man, doesn't get much better than that. Isla Morada, 1,800 feet, 300 pound on the 22-foot Pathfinder. So, hey, on a bay boat, man. Wow, awesome catch. All right, now a little bit more about our pelagics. We've got mahi still swimming around, right? This is a submission from Mike. I've been out on the boat with Mike a couple of times. Nice, you know, he struggled some to get a nice one on board. Finally found one that he could keep. You know, went out and said he got a couple of rosies and stuff, and the current was just brutal. But hey, it is what it is sometimes. Still, we're just going to show you that the mahi are still swimming around, and they are still keeper size. Not all of them. Hearing lots of reports of peanuts showing up, but hey, this is what you get. This is from Jorge. Look at that. A couple of nice gappers they look like right there. So there we go. The mahi are still swimming around, folks. See what else? If we got a couple more mahi pictures. Oh, we got all tuna, sharks, mystics, big old wahoo. I can't believe that wahoo. That is insane. All right. So that's what we got going on, right, folks? Let's talk a little bit about it, and then we will move on to our weather. Okay. So the reef, right? Yellowtails, muttons, deep reef kings, tuna, those pelagics are swimming around. The barracudas are swimming around. The sharks are ridiculous at this point. So be prepared for it. They're going to eat a good amount of your catches coming up, but you're going to have to work your way through them. Wahoo, obviously, are still swimming around off that deep ledge if you can find them. You know, if they targeted them and they managed to get them. The grouper are there. It's your last week. This is the last week. Gag grouper shuts down this week in a few days. So, if you're targeting gags, go get them. If not, you've got blacks. You've also got the deep water ones. And you've got the little tiny guys, the strawberries, the graysbees, the conies, all those little guys that are in over your shallower reefs. But if not, you'll have to head out deeper. Look for yellow edge, big black grouper, mystics. Or, they're scarce, but, you can pull them out and find them. And also, if you're deep dropping, of course, blue line tilefish. Not much time left in the season, folks. About 5 weeks left for your blue line tilefish. So you better get out there and get you some if you can. Also, rosies are around. We don't need to talk anymore about that. Your pelagics, the dolphin, they're still swimming around. But again, I'm hearing lots of reports of people, they just can't get away from the peanuts. So, there are techniques to do that. But, finding the bull right now is going to be hard. They'll be coming in later in the year. As we get away from summer and October approaches, the big dolphin will be starting to migrate on the inside of the stream heading south. All right, so let's move on to our weather, folks, right? Right now, and it's been raining all day, right? We're going to have rain for pretty much the rest of the week. So as we look at, we're going to pull up Windy right here and start talking about the meteorologists. There's a tropical disturbance, tropical low to the southwest of Florida that is forming, and it's going to hang out. So let's take a look at Windy and see where we can go with this. And I'm going to start out. I know it's not what anybody wants to hear, but we're going to start out with the rain, right? So let's look at our rain. Here we are right now. Like I said, the whole state's been getting rained on all day. Some places more than others. And let's move into tomorrow morning. It's not really going away. Tomorrow afternoon, it's going to keep on. Like I said, Thursday, again, this over here is where this tropical low is. So anything out here is where it's going. Let's see if we can figure it out, right? So as you move into Thursday, you can see some spinning formation out here, but I don't really know if that's where it's going to be. It might move off and through us and, affect the Carolinas. We'll see. When we look at our wind, but this is where it's forming right now. And as you can see, Florida is we're going to take a soaking over the next couple of days. Friday, still there, right? Friday afternoon, starting to dissipate into Saturday. Not as bad. And it looks like, it looks like it's here. So that spinning that we saw, it will pull off to our northeast and sort of move out into the ocean, and more than likely, it will spare, the East Coast. Saturday afternoon here, we've got some more rain going on. And let's look at Sunday. Sunday, it looks like it's going to dry out. Now, what will happen with our wind? I don't know. This is just the precipitation forecast right now. So Sunday afternoon, we got our onshore breezes and our storms forming over the land in the afternoon. Monday morning, it looks like we'll have some stuff out over the water, and Monday afternoon, again, it'll be coming and covering the land. Tuesday morning, a little dry, a little wet out over the ocean, but this is typical of this time of year. We're in the rainy season, folks, so you're gonna, if you're not getting rain every day, we started out abnormally slow. And now it seems as if it is kicking into full gear. And again, like I said, all day today, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you're looking at rain. Into Saturday, and Saturday it will start letting up, but I wouldn't, this is Saturday afternoon. So just bear that in mind that it's going to be a wet week, okay? And hopefully Sunday the wind agrees with us and we can do this. All right, let's look at our wind, right? Let's zoom in a little bit. Here we are right now. our wind is ripping mid-teens all the way west coast down into the Keys, up the coast, Tri-County area, everyone. And we've got this rain going on too. Like I said, over here there is the tropical low is forming. So let's move into tomorrow morning. Again, our wind is popping from the west. So the seas might be good, but it's going to be horrible conditions, rainy. If you really want to get out there and do it, go on ahead. But I would say, for the remainder of the week, stay dry, save it for another day where it's going to be more pleasant and you're not going to be miserable out on the boat and dealing with weather instead of fishing. All right. Thursday, our wind is still pulling to the west hard, right? And we're nice and wet Thursday. And again, we've got this area of circulation right out here. So, but by then it's way offshore, but that doesn't negate the fact that we're going to have tons of rain. All right. And as we move into Thursday afternoon, our winds calm down, but our rain doesn't stop. Friday, again, winds are calming down from the west. So we'll be warm and humid and soaking wet. Perfect. But at least the sun won't be out, so it won't be as hot. All right. Friday afternoon, wind starts pulling from the south. There we go. So that area of circulation is, as you can see, moving off the Carolinas, way away from us, which will drag that moisture away from us too. Saturday, our winds are looking like they're calming down, right? They're going to be less than 10 miles an hour in certain areas until you start heading offshore more northerly. Down in the west coast, you've probably taken a beating from the rain. You might have some cloudy water. Up in Tampa, looking nice and calm. But then again, we'll see what happens. Them Skyway Bridge fishermen guys, you never know. All right. Saturday afternoon, looking like we're still calming down. Let's see what Sunday's like. Sunday's the dry day. Sunday, we're looking like southeast winds, nice and calm in the morning, a little bit rougher, windier down south, down towards lower Keys as we head into Sunday. But up on the Tri-County area, it's looking like, it'll be a nice day out. So that Sunday morning is looking, rather hopeful. Okay, that's very good. Sunday afternoon, our wind shifts and starts picking up. But remember, this is the onshore breeze. When about it's going to happen, I'm not sure, but it will come and it'll come quick. And then, you'll get a little bit of chop to that water. Let's see what happens Monday. Monday, our wind's blowing in the teens from the east. So Monday, it's going to, start to pick up. The seas will probably start to be, not very, polite out there. Come Monday afternoon, you're going to have, winds blowing steady, almost 20 miles an hour. Tuesday, same thing. So Sunday is looking like the day, folks. The rest of the week's looking like a washout. So I'm predicting, 10,000 boats out on the ledge fishing there Sunday. Just be careful if you do head out there. Let's go ahead and look at our waves. Here we are right now today. Waves are 2 to 3 feet, not bad. Everywhere. Even though we are getting pounded, it doesn't matter. Tomorrow, same thing, 2 to 3, not bad. Wind blowing from the west, so if you were out there, it would be flat. Wednesday afternoon, even calmer. Thursday, laying down, really laying down. But like I said, we've got a ton of rain happening. We're getting dumped on. I can't see people going out. I mean, if you're heading out off the Keys, perfect, cool, but you're going to have the, lightning and thunder and horrible conditions. So unfortunately, the seas are laid down, but there's this storm going on. Well, maybe on Sunday, hopefully the fish will be hungry. It'll entice them to feed. Friday, the seas pick up a little bit, 2 to 3. Friday afternoon, calm down. Saturday, a little calm, a little bit of a confused sea. Waves going every which direction. Saturday afternoon, calming down. All right, and now for Sunday. Come on, I did not hit that. Sunday. There we go. That looking nice up in the Tri-County area. Sunday is the day for getting out. We're going to have nice conditions Sunday morning. The skies will clear up. Spotty showers here and there, but the waves are looking great. Let's see. We got a nice comment here. Just wanted to tell you your tutorials are the most informative and understandable for slow pitch jigging on YouTube. Appreciate all you do for us jigger wannabes. Oh, hey, I'm in that group too. Perfect. Thank you. We'll be in Florida late January. Awesome. Hit me up when you come down here. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Yes. I've done slow pitch jigging for a very long time, and what I try to do on the channel, regardless of what type of fishing it is, I really try to keep it simple so that, everyone, especially folks just starting to get into it, can get the keep it simple, stupid method going on and get into the bite. And it's, I don't want to, fishing can be overwhelming, especially when it comes to jigging and trying to understand the concept of why you got to do what, the weight of the jig, the line, the rod, what type of jigging you're doing, or if you're planer trolling. People are turned off by this apparatus that they got to set and everything and all that. Clear day for Father's Day. Hey there, Chloe. All right. I missed it. What's going on with the grouper? The grouper gag's shutting down June 15th, but the grouper are biting. Go out there and get them. They're everywhere. We had someone turn in a nice mystic, big old black grouper. Somebody caught a giant gag. I mean, man, yeah. So just, the gags are shutting down June 15th, but the grouper are biting. I've seen tons of snowies and everything. All right, back to our weather. And no, you didn't miss it. Also, you can also always go back and replay this. But yes, we had lots of grouper submissions this week. Some great stuff. Okay, Sunday, right, guys? The Sunday is the day to get out. Look at our West Coast. After the rain, after the wind dies down, we'll have a nice day. Tampa Bay looking great. Skyway fishery, everything going good, all the way up to Palm Bay, Tri-County area. Sunday is going to be the day. So, I'm sure it's going to be packed out there, folks. So if you do head out, just be cautious, all right? Be smart. All right. Monday, again, our wind is going to start ripping. These waves are showing 2 to 3. That's Monday morning. And then, as you can see, it starts picking up because we saw those winds blowing in the 20s. Come Tuesday, it's going to be upwards of 3 to 5 and into the afternoon. Look at this. When you see that purple, that's not good stuff. All right. On your West Coast, you'll be a little bit more subdued. Maybe you can get out and do some of that shallow in water fishing, Everglades National Park, 10,000 Islands. It's going to be a rough one, folks. It will not be a repeat of this last weekend. So that's that. All right. Let's look at the wind and what is happening with our written graphic. And it's just going to say what we just went over, which is nothing real pleasant, but it won't show us the rain. We did see the rain, and it's going to stick around. All right. Wind right now. We got wind blowing from the south. Upper teens, gusts in the high 20s. Tomorrow, again, from the south. Gusts in the 20s, teens. But this is all related to this weather that we're having. Seas, waves coming from the south, 3 feet, 2-3 feet, 4 foot somewhere, periods of 5 and 4 seconds. So I wouldn't head out on that. That's some good choppy seas, right? Thursday, wind starts pulling from the west, so our seas will lay down. We'll get an increased period. Gusts in the mid-teens. Wind slows down a little bit heading into Friday, and our waves are coming from the southeast at 2 feet or less. Heading into Saturday, wind starts shifting variably into Sunday. Like we saw, it will start heading to the east. And, winds will slow down drastically, well into the single digits. And on Sunday, again, come Sunday afternoon, it's going to start back up into the teens. And, gusts up into the higher teens. Our waves are, looking at 1 foot or less Saturday. So, if you're willing to go out and take a chance, Saturday might be a day, but it's going to be, you're looking at some offshore storms, as we saw in the windy graphic that showed us, the storms aren't necessarily going to be gone Saturday, but hey, they could be. That this is just a forecast. So, look outside. If there's no storms, man, play it by ear. If it clears up Friday night and it's the middle of the night and you walk outside and you want to take that chance, then go for it. Because, that might be today. Sunday also. Seas, 1 to 2 feet. Perfect day for getting out there. A little bit of wind out there, a little bit of bump to the ocean. Great for fishing, folks. All right. And in the Monday, wind ripping from the east again, steady in the teens, not very gusty. Gusts aren't much higher than our steady winds, but hey, there we go. Seas 3 foot, 3 to 4 foot again. And then you're going to have, those waves that come through that are 5 footers. So Monday into Tuesday won't be very fun. All righty. That's that. Let's take a look at what NOAA has to say. And they're going to say small craft warnings and all sorts of insane stuff. And let's remember NOAA is a generalized report. Of course, there we go. Small craft. Wednesday. Seas 2 to 3 feet, 15. Right. But then again, we're getting beat up Wednesday, Thursday, south winds 10 to 15, seas 2 feet or less. But we're getting soaked. So it really, thunderstorms, everything going on. Thursday night through Friday, seas 1 to 2 feet, light winds. Again, we're going to have the wind shifting to the west. Saturday, south winds 5 to 10 feet, becoming southeast in the afternoon. Seas 1 foot or less. Period of 4 seconds. So, a little chop, little bump, but again, if you're willing to take a chance Saturday, it might clear up. It might not be as bad as the forecast showed it, but I would hinge my bets on Sunday. Sunday, the wind will be a little bit more kicking, but a clearer day when it comes to the wet stuff. All right, east winds Sunday 10 to 15, seas around 2 feet. Water's a moderate chop. So yeah, just be careful out there Sunday if you do head out, folks. All right. So that's our weather. Again, like I said, it's going to be a wet week heading into the weekend, and hopefully they are wrong and Saturday clears up. Let's take a look at our moon real quick and keep on moving forward, folks. The moon. Here we are today. We are at 25% waxing moon. So real quick to explain the moon phase as we should. Waxing means we are heading towards the full moon. Waning means we are heading away from the new moon, or away from the full moon towards the new moon, which is totally dark, the dark side of the moon. So we're waxing, so we're heading towards the full moon. So today we're at 25%. Today's Tuesday. Wednesday, 34%. Thursday, 43%. Friday, 53%. Saturday, 62%. Sunday, 71%. Monday, 79%. Tuesday, 87%. So as you head towards that full moon, if you're into your wahoo fishing, they're out there. You saw that 87-pounder. So there's your moon phase. Right now it's a little dark. But heading into the weekend, it'll be about halfway there. So, June 15th, the last day of gag grouper fishing. Or actually, it's closed June 15th. Yeah, June 15th is the last day. So June 16th is the day it closed. So, hey, moon phase looks good for getting out there and doing some quality fishing. It shouldn't overly feed the pelagics at night. So it's looking good. A moon that's right in the middle. As we get towards the fuller moon, the water will probably pull a little bit faster. Like I said, I heard the current was really ripping out there this weekend. Probably made it hard to do a little bit of deep dropping, but there are techniques to overcome that, and you just got to work at it sometimes. All right, so there's our moon phase, right? Looking promising for Sunday. Still the weekend, if you're doing the Saturday thing. All right, let's look at our tide charts. And then we will figure life out from there. Give me 2 seconds. I got to bring it up. The tides, our tides, again, we'll go over the tides real quick. Tides are always, they flow in a 12-hour cycle, pardon me, and they, while they are on a 12-hour cycle, what it means is that they shift every 6 hours. So you got 6 hours of rising, 6 hours of falling. So let me pull this up here. I just got to it, and we'll show you what we're talking about real quick. All right, tide charts, right? So as you can see, 6 hours of rising, 6 hours of falling over a 12-hour span. So right now, currently, we've got sunrise at about 6:30, and the tide is coming in. So if the good thing about the tide rising is there is water flow. The bad thing about the tide rising is you do not want to fish your inlets. You don't want to go out if you're a land-based fisherman and fish a jetty on an incoming tide. You will catch nothing. For that type of fishing, trolling, drifting, bottom fishing, heading out on the jetty with your pole and fishing the inlets, you need the outgoing tide, which is in the afternoon. Okay, just be sure about that. Whenever you're fishing these water flow cycles, if you're fishing where it's a heavy water flow from an estuary or an opening to the ocean, you need that outgoing tide. The outgoing tide pushes all the sediment out. The small bait fish come in and eat that, and that draws in your predators. Okay, so remember the outgoing tide. So what we've got right now is slack tide. As the sun's coming up and as we move towards the end of the week, we should be about midway in through the falling tide, which will be good for you if you are heading out right at sunrise. And then you'll get to fish through that slack tide and see what happens. Tomorrow, Thursday, again, these washout days. But as you can see, our falling tide with the tide going out is more promising as we approach the weekend. Saturday, again, you're about halfway through that tide. So Sunday, I would say you'll probably be about a third of the way through the falling tide. So it comes Sunday morning, and Saturday morning is promising too. You're going to have a fast flowing tide out of those jetties and the inlets and everything when you go to head out. So get your lines in the water. You can drift out in front. You might have a watercolor change from all the brackish water where it needs salt water. But definitely, as the weekend approaches and the rain clears up, get out there and fish that water flow, right, folks? All righty. That about does it, folks. And again, I just want to thank everyone for showing up, leaving comments, and making this happen. Before we sign off, I want to invite everyone, if you have not yet, and you are on Facebook, please go to the Facebook page, which makes this show possible every week, the South Florida Saltwater Fishing Report group. Ask to join the group. It is just a couple of questions to answer, to ask to become a member. What's your favorite fish to catch, and do you agree to our rules? Which is, basic stuff. Don't advertise. No YouTube videos, right? I do promote other folks' YouTube channels, so feel free to drop a line and do some self promotion, but don't put your actual video on the page. This is just for folks who want to come drop some information in here and say, hey, look at what I caught. This is where I caught it. And, show off their fish. And, you never know. You just might end up on the thumbnail for the weekly live stream, like the folks did with that 87-pound catch of a lifetime wahoo. All right. It was a close call for tight fight. Honestly, I wanted to do the swordfish, but like I said, I just couldn't get it to fit right there on the page. Anyway, folks, that is enough of that. The Facebook group, go ahead and join. And also, if you have not subscribed to the South Florida Saltwater Fishing South Florida, if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel you are watching right now, South Florida Saltwater Fishing, feel free to do so. Tons of information, loads of information. Keeping it simple, going over all sorts of different fishing techniques, showing you how to fish and catch and get into the bite and stay into the bite and have fun. Make memories with those families, right, folks? And before we sign off, as the last request, don't want to forget to mention the South Florida saltwater fishing apparel is available, folks. So go check it out. Even if you don't buy something, just look at it and go, oh man, he finally did something. All right, we're going to call it quits, folks. I had fun. Thanks for your submissions. We will see you next Tuesday, right? Hope everybody enjoyed. Until next time, South Florida saltwater fishing, going wherever the cool wind takes us.